Have you been to a place where sustainability is the daily lifestyle? I visited one. Yes, I found one few years ago at Namma Pondicherry at Sadhana Forest. It was a dream come true for me because I have been planning to visit this place for quite a long time, probably for years together, but never got time and never felt there is a team for me to come along with. This time, I made up my mind that it's just going to be mine and my mindful experience. That's it. So here I am at Pondicherry, started from Chennai at early morning 3:30 to reach Sadhana Forest. To reach Sadhana, you can take two different routes from Chennai. One is via Coimbatore CMBT bus stop and other one via Kilambakam bus stand. Both are super good, both are easy to reach. If you are taking a bus from Coimbatore, you have to get down at Pondicherry bus stop and take another bus that goes to Moratandi toll gate, and from there uh, Sadhana Forest is a different route. From there, you can take a auto or you can call Sadhana Forest team. They can come and pick you, like they did for me. Due to my special condition, I have requested for 1 day stay, which usually they don't agree because for Indians it's 4 days minimum, and for foreigners it's minimum 8 days, and they charge 600 per person, and it depends if you are willing to stay there for the entire day. I reached around 7 to 8, I guess, and I left the place by 3 o'clock due to a heavy heat wave. I couldn't survive because the next day is eclipse, so I couldn't manage it all by myself, so I had to make a move. When I entered, I sensed real sense of friendliness in the forest. People were very friendly. They were greeting each other. They were saying hi, hello, and it was very friendly. And this is complete review from my end as a mindful minimalist. How I have been, perceived this place from my mindful minimalism eyes. And this is going to be a complete review from my end because this can help you view this place in a different angle. As a mindful minimalist, I was expecting this place to be one of my favorite place and probably settle there sometime. I do have some friends who wish to settle there, who wish to live there for the rest of their life as well. So, as an enthusiast, when I entered, Sadhana Forest gave me that exclusive vibe and a very fresh air, water, and above all, fresh set of people and culture. Sadhana doesn't follow any kind of spiritual, culture or anything like that. It's very friendly for all culture. During my stay in this few hours, I have met people from England, Australia, France, even north part of India. Yes, Vadakan Sange Vandanga. I have met few Telugu people, Telangana people, some Gujus, that is Gujaratis, um, and few other states as well. Of course, Tamil people are இருந்தாங்க, but very less in numbers. I must say the local support to Sadhana Forest is comparatively less as I expected, and they have a very friendly culture towards how they maintain the place. Although when I reached, it is time for their morning circle. They have been busy with that, and I could able to take part in their morning breakfast as well. I already consumed my breakfast because I was starting from Chennai a little early by 3 o'clock. I don't want to delay further. So I had my breakfast at the toll gate, Moratandi toll gate itself. When I reached, I've seen how their breakfast circle is all about. It's it's exactly what how a dietitian would prescribe. More vegetables, more uncooked fruits and vegetables, and some ragi kali or kanji, what they call, with some sweet sugar. I think it's palm sugar, something like that was given, and people were taking their time to sit and have it in their own style. There is no such thing as, you should complete it within this time. No, sadhana forest follows a very relaxed format of everything. And during the morning, I've observed that people were having a relaxed breakfast, and I didn't take many videos. I must agree it's that this particular experience is not showing all about Sadhana Forest in a video, but instead I'm going to experience it and I'm going to share it in my audio message. The Sadhana breakfast circle was very calm, cool. They start with 1 minute silence and preceded by, if there is any kind of announcement for the day, they share it, and then they sit and have their breakfast. People can sit however they want. It's just circle they form, and there are mini groups within the big circle. That's it. So whoever is friend with whoever can able to sit and have their wonderful meal. And after that, there is a schedule for their seva, everyday seva, that starts from preparing their food, chopping, grinding, um, cleaning the vessels, preparing the place, and everything. During the seva, I've observed that people were living as a community, as one community, who have to participate in the seva. This is something I have expected, so this is quite an expected move from their end. Even though I didn't pay a rupee, I made my donation to them as per my wish. And they didn't ask you, they didn't even introduce much. When I entered, I have introduced myself, and there was no two when I entered. It was just the person who took me inside was Mr. Gopi, and he showed me few places like the hut where I can keep my bag and have a relaxation, and that's the basic he have given me, and that's it. And apart from that, there was no guidance in the initial stage. It was directly with the morning circle. I could able to be there as a part. And during the day, visitors do drop by as they wish at any time. So there is no prescribed time. There is no procedure to be followed here. People drop as they come. Well, if you see, I personally would recommend you to come visit this place after 10 o'clock, because if you are a person who's bad with traveling, who's having a hectic travel, it won't be right, it won't be suitable for all to have your seva started from the very first day, because physically we, after a heavy travel, we may be feeling tired, swelling, or headache or whatever. So if you are reaching sadhana, I would recommend you to start after I would recommend you to reach sadhana after 10 o'clock. By the time they would have segregated all their tasks, I reached early, so without knowing much, I had to take part into their seva, where I had to do some small chores, which was very hectic for me. I didn't expect that kind of heavy work after a hectic travel. And they don't know about my travel. All they knew was like I was just there to stay for a few hours. That's it. And they said it's particularly fine if I want to leave any time. There is no prescribed time or anything, but they generally insist on 4 days minimum as uh, stay for local people, that is from India. And if you are from abroad, they insist on staying minimum 8 to 10 days. And during my visit, I have had a good time. I met few people across the forest who have been living here for around 2 days to 2 years, 10 years, I'm really surprised because these people, most of the people I met, are from different countries, and these people can able to live there with the complete sustainable lifestyle. Although they say it's completely eco-friendly, I have noticed people, everyone, almost everyone, has got a mobile phone. Yes, most of the mobile phones were really higher end. I don't think so. It is for a minimalist like me would fit in that particular tag. But I'm surprised to see people having really expensive mobile, really expensive laptops inside. And yes, they do have a small place where you can charge your devices, and they don't insist on you are not supposed to have your device inside the forest or something like that. No, I've seen people roaming around with their mobile, listening to songs, taking some pictures, taking some videos for social media and all of those. But I maintained my presence with less of device and more of mindful activities in my limits. So during my day, I had to take part in the Seva. Seva was a little bit hard, as I said, because after a hectic travel of around 5 6 hours, five plus hours, I was pretty exhausted for a Seva. But I think I thought I could able to manage it. As day go by, it was pretty hard because it's around summer. It's nearing summer, I must say. But according to Pondicherry's temperature forecast, it seems like they already started summer. So it was pretty hot, and I couldn't withstand that hot for a long. By 11, we had a break where we sat together, chit chatted. Of course, we were chit chatting all the time. That's a part of every single activity, every single moment in sadhana. But during the break, they served us lemonade, which is very fulfilling. They provided the lemonade with mint, cucumber, and fresh lemon squeezed. People said it's very nice. Since I'm allergic to lemon, I couldn't take it. So it was pretty cool. Later, the seva, we could able to complete the seva, and after the seva, they invited us for the lunch was pretty nice. It was a good spread. It is made by the people like me who volunteered for the day, and that is also a part of seva. They have several types of seva that includes cleaning, that includes cooking, that includes clearing the pathways, that includes cleaning toilet and everything. So if you are reaching early, plan your day because it the all seva are planned according to first come first serve. So plan your day accordingly. If you are healthy enough, you could able to do it. Because why I'm repeatedly speaking about seva in particular is because not many of us are into chores. If you have never done any chore in your life, then you should think about visiting this place, because seva is considered as one of the important part of staying in sadhana forest. This is very important because it helps us get grounded in the first place. And I would personally say that I felt a lot of peace in mind after completing my seva, even though it is quite hectic, even though it is quite exhaustive, I must agree. The seva has made my mind a little peace. And especially a person like me who's from a bustling city, the peace of mind what I gained from sadhana is incomparable. And during my seva, I also observed, I visited few places inside the sadhana forest where I could able to find two peacocks and a few really rare birds. I don't know which bird they are because I was not into finding which kind of a bird it is. But I'm so curious to see such rare species found a place to live. In city, we don't have any such site anymore. So this is something unique, and I really appreciate it. Well, besides that, after our seva, they served us the meal, and in the meal they provided us boiled. I think it's kind of a curry made of pachapair, that is moong dal, green gram in English, and that was very tasty and delicious. In Sadhana, food is very minimalistic in terms of spices, in terms of oil. I don't think so. They have oil, and I had tried their khichdi or lemon rice, whatever they call it as. It's something made with brown rice and red rice with turmeric powder, with less or no salt, or maybe a bare minimum salt. That's all, and freshly made salad made out of carrot, tomatoes, and some green leaves. I don't know which leaf it is, and a squeeze of lemon. So since I had lemon, I couldn't try it much, but it is tasty. And fourth, they served me the king of my whole experiences, kurma. Yes, veg kurma with a lot of carrot and beans, and it's very tasty. And you know what's unique about it? They add peanuts instead of coconut kurma. That's very interesting, and the taste was really amazing. Even after 10 years, if someone is going to tell me what is sadhana forest to you, I must say kurma. It's such a good experience for me. Kurma was tasting superb, so I asked for extra and they served me as well. Everyone, whatever food is left out, they come and ask in rounds, do you want it? Do you want to take it? Do you want to take it? And it's kind of a repeated thing. So the hospitality of Sadhana was excellent in terms of food. It's really good. People were asked about all these basics when they enter. Well, I didn't receive any briefing prior to it, so I missed it. But I later got to know that this is how a day would start. Since I came all alone, they didn't do much about their introduction to me. And after some time, they gave us a briefing, which started around 2, which was actually planned in a different way for visitors from Auroville. And I couldn't fit that particular gang, and I have also observed that few visitors were not happy to do seva, and they were thinking of living somewhere else outside to skip the mosquito part in the late night, and they also opt out of this particular day in Sadhana forest. And later they have been having a different discussions as well. I hope they stay. I don't know exactly what happened after that. So this seva was starting. Sorry, this exact tour
Sadhana
started around
Forest.
2:30 somewhere, and I stayed till 3. During the tour, I was totally exhausted, so I couldn't continue it so far further. So I had to make my day start from Sadhana Forest. But if you honestly ask me, I must add a very important point here. Besides sadhana, I've also had the privilege of visiting other private invite-only place where they have a true sustainable lifestyle, especially true 100% forest experience where they don't do any work at all. I was truly surprised that this particular sadhana forest could able to learn something from that as well, because in that particular experience we had to live as community where we talk about ourselves, why we are there, and that's how the trip starts with the community. But here in sadhana it's kind of left all alone. I initially I had to go and make initiative to get along with the people, but I don't think so it's for all, because it's something different. They showed me places about the history of sadhana, how they started in Kenya, Haiti, and other places in Meghalaya and all of those. But everything was informed to me at a very later stage. It By the time it would have been more than 2:30. So the initial expression of curiosity was missed in me because the intro was not really given properly. It's kind of, you are here, okay, come and join the seva. It's community. Come on, come on, come on. I really felt that particular, uh, the culture inside. Maybe I was in the wrong time. I don't know about it, but the place where I visited is truly sustainable. There, you don't need to do any seva. All you need to do is collect food from the trees. Especially, there were a lot of fruit trees. You can collect as many fruits as you want, and you can share it with the community and eat. It's 100%. I must say, it's 100% sustainable because they didn't allow any devices even at that point of time. I don't know what is the update now, but when I visited that particular place, they had a very strict principle against all devices. There was no electricity. We had to do campfire. We had to stay together as groups. So I felt that is more intimidating than Sadhana forest. Anyways, coming back to Sadhana experience, here in Sadhana, I was requesting for the history. I was requesting for the story behind who started, why started, how it all started, and all those stories were given at the very end part for me, almost like 2:30 or 3 somewhere. I started by 3:15 somewhere max. So that was the maximum time they could able to spend time with me. By the time I was totally exhausted, I couldn't continue anymore, and the seva took all my energy. So I don't even have the energy to. So I was totally exhausted by 3. I had to take a call because it was too hot. I couldn't stay any longer. And you won't believe, after sadhana, when I came out, I was ready to spend any money to reach back Chennai because I was too exhausted. After 5 hours of journey and reaching sadhana, the peace of mind what I got is immense. It's really beautiful, and it's really what I expected. Word of suggestion to Sadhana Forest would be, it would be nice to have people connect with the concept, because whenever a person enters sadhana, they should able to connect with the concept. Some places where I had to step in, and I have to explain the people around who are like me, who drop for the day, who are new to the concept. I had to explain what is called virtual water, what is called veganism, why it is important, all these kind of. Instead of me as a volunteer doing all these, if sadhana forest team could able to take it in the first step and brief people about it, and then they allow them inside the forest, should be really great. That experience is what is missing for new visitors, is what I felt like. It's my personal experience. Maybe they would have given a better experience to others. Maybe I missed it. I don't know exactly. But what I missed here is the very interesting briefing that would have helped me in the very initial day to get connected with the people. And people here are from different backgrounds. They are really expert. I have met few healers, I have met some musicians, I have met some educators, I have met some kids as well. So the experience is for all ages, and all are really friendly and community based. And these people have found themselves inside. But honestly, if you ask, I must say, all these retreats may sound really fancy, good. It seems like an opportunity, but from my minimalist point of view, I wouldn't recommend such kind of retreats for all. If you are familiar to live, or at least sleep in your terrace, sleep in your balcony, with mosquitoes, with some fresh air, it's good. If not, it's not for all. this is a very simplistic place. Okay, I do have found odomas. I do have found a couple of first aid kits, some mixie, and some solar panels, some bikes, some cars inside as well. But then again, if you ask, I've visited the first version, what I told you, the invite only place where this 100% eco-friendly lifestyle. I felt like that's more connected to me because we spent a lot of time together. I felt that is even more connecting to my concept than sadhana. Anyways, that's irrelevant now. So, about this particular experience, I must give a 3.5 uh, star rating to Sadhana Forest out of 5. And it's my honest opinion, it's my honest review. It is not paid. I didn't pay anything. I just made a small donation and that's it. And this particular experience sharing is for all whoever have been dreaming to live a sustainable lifestyle in a place like Sadhana Forest. And if you got time, if you fit into all these reviews, please do visit. I will recommend this place for people who are already living a sustainable lifestyle. It's not for all again because after a while we may feel homesick, we may feel disconnected, we may feel like we are doing something, sicking, making us sick. But this true experience of living in a forest, living with like minded people means a
So
lot.
this is the
Starting
place with
from
the
washing
second.
dishes to washing hands, toilet, even kitchen, everything is really, really, really eye opening for me. But I really wish to give this team two suggestions. One, first give the briefing, first ask the person, take an interview, speak up a little bit before you allow them inside the forest. And point two, please try to have uncooked
So this
foods
is the
that's even
place with
more
the
friendly. I
second.
know it is not for all, but that's even more connected to a forest life. And when I visited the other premises, I felt that particular lifestyle have helped me detoxify myself really well inside out, and that was a life changing happening for me. When I visited Sadhana, I didn't find that kind of a connect, but this is quite close to the experience what I expected in terms of food. But yes, Sadhana's kurma have dominated my mind. So yes, with that flavor, with that aroma, with that particular unique taste, I left Pondicherry back to Chennai. And yes, a word of caution, if you are traveling from Chennai, please avoid taking ECR route because that is taking ever to reach Chennai back. If you are living in the ECR route and you are taking from your place to Sadhana, then that's probably the right way. But if you're not, ECR route is very long. Think about it and then have a good ride. Hope this review helps. Hope this vlog helps you to visit and have a sustainable lifestyle. Take care. Bye.